Day 2 of Joshua Chigumira videos. It's the same setup, same car, same shirt, same mission. It's much earlier, much harder in the day. So I'm here to look at potential trades for Dennis Schroder. Now, you know he's our star point guard. Many people would say not. Many people say maybe he's an all-star, maybe he's a this and that. I would call him even, a star. Not a superstar, but a star. But he didn't win his games. Well, all the good stars don't really win games. It's true. It's up to stats, but they're here to be entertaining. And Dennis Schroder is entertaining. So, what teams should he go to? Should he be traded? Should he not be traded? Earlier he did ask not to be traded, but he did imply that he wants to be traded, and that is really for him just a way out. So he said the teams he wanted to go to were the Bucks or the Pacers. If I was the Hawks, I wouldn't have him go to either of those teams. Now, it's all about assets, who you can get for Dennis Schroder, what you can get for Dennis Schroder. So there are a couple of options. Either first round draft pick. Now, would it be top 10? It depends on which team you're trading with. Or second round draft picks, which you can get from almost any team. They'll probably give you second round draft picks for Dennis Schroder. More than one probably for Dennis Schroder. And then the next thing is players. Players, for Dennis Schroder. Yeah, that's one option you go with. Already established players. So if you look at the teams who probably want to trade for Dennis Schroder, you can say that the Timberwolves are an underrated team. If I were to trade with the Timberwolves, I'd ask for draft picks and one player. Who that player would be, for me personally, they're thinking about trading Karl Anthony Towns, and they want to trade Wiggins, and not a lot of people want to do that, because of the contract, and I understand that. So one of the things they'll probably do, they look at what they need. So they can get picks for future years. I don't really know what kind of picks they have. I know they're not lottery picks. And the Timberwolves, Timberwolves can try to get one player they want to kind of get rid of, sort of, Jeff Teague. Now this is like a full circle trade for me. Getting Jeff Teague back, for me, is probably really important. You're like, well, the Hawks, they want young players and all that, but you still need to have veterans. Every young team needs to have veterans. So you can't just be young, inexperienced. So, sure, you can have young leaders like Taurean Prince, but at the same time, you're still going to have veterans. So he's a guy who really appreciates Atlanta. So I have to give Jeff Teague the nod in this scenario. I really do have to give him the nod. He's definitely one of the most experienced point guards that we've had in recent memory. So Jeff Teague, one of my favorite guys that I think he should be traded back to Atlanta to Dennis Schroder. It'd be very full circle, I know. Overall, I think personally that if we were to also get a lottery pick, we'd have to trade with the Magic. Now the Magic, they probably want a guy like Dennis Schroder again. Dennis Schroder is, again, a scoring point guard, over 18 points per game. You can trade him. Maybe you can get DJ Augustine, get that contract out of the way, and you get the number 6 pick. And the Hawks will probably have to throw in their number 19 in there, and that the jump from 19 to 6, and maybe even throw in the 30 if they really have to. I think they do it, and as long as we keep the 33, maybe. Because I also want to say that if there's any late round draft picks I want, it's Josh Okogie. That the guy he can score as a shooting guard. Just putting that out here. Josh Okogie. It's pretty good. So the trade with the Magic, we definitely need that number 6. Let me see. Dennis Schroder to the Knicks now. If it's the Knicks, quite honestly, we still need that number 9 draft pick. You know, I don't know if they want to take that deal. Maybe you throw in that 19, that 30 again. Maybe you get another player, maybe a Courtney Lee, that veteran shooting guard. Or maybe you go a little bit younger, Tim Hardaway Jr. Again, another full circle trade. One I really appreciate. But again, when you're trading, you also have to think about veteran presence. I don't want to trade for Tyson Chandler, but I do want Dennis Schroder, if he needs to, for asset-wise. We trade him to the Suns for, I want to say picks, but I also want to say maybe a player or two, because there's a few good players on that team. I think what is it? Who's on that team? Chris? No. Let me see. Look, I forgot his name, but basically the point guard on the Suns right now, we could probably take him. Prove he's playing out. Look, yeah. Or maybe Marquise Chris, that's what I'm trying to say. But again, yeah, the Suns are another team I would consider, you know, the Suns. But theoretically, you could just trade him to the Pacers. I wouldn't get Darren Collison. I believe the Pacers would have to let go of Darren Collison if they did end up getting Dennis Schroder. This is what they have to do. But if I was, again, the Hawks, I wouldn't get Collison. Maybe I do a sign and trade. Maybe I get Corey Joseph, right? Corey Joseph's like a free agent. I don't know if whether he wants to leave his hometown or not, but I'd get Corey Joseph. Honestly, in the Hawks case, finding players to replace Dennis Schroder, if you wanted to just replace him, you trade him to the Hornets for Kemba Walker, because Kemba Walker is like an all-star. He is an all-star, and he's probably better point guard. Of course he is, than Dennis Schroder. He's averaged around 24 points per game, I believe, but 20-plus points score. And it's not just the stats, it's what he was able to accomplish with the Hornets. They were the 10th seed, but they weren't that bad. You know, if they had a shooting guard like Malik Monk playing the entire season, they would have made the playoffs. So, yeah, Malik Monk is really good. So you pair him with Dennis Schroder, that could be something they would want to do. And the years on the contract, you know, you're trading 1 year for 3 years, so Dennis Schroder, I believe he has maybe 4 or 3 more years, so he's going to be in that place for a while wherever he gets traded, like the initial idea for that trade. So yeah, I was thinking, so basically a lot of the Eastern Conference teams and some of the bad Western Conference teams I would trade to. But it's all about assets, you know. Where would you have Dennis Schroder traded is the question. So if it was up to me, you know, I'd do the Philly trade. Maybe we trade Dennis Schroder for Markelle Fultz, you know, just straight up. And maybe we swap picks, like the number 19, number 10. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but get back into that lottery fix, man. It'd be good for us. But I really want, if we trade Dennis Schroder, to get Trae Young. So that Magic trade, on second thought, is my favorite one. Okay, guys? Peace. Subscribe. If you do have Dennis Schroder go to the Milwaukee Bucks, I get Malcolm Brogdon. Period. Guys, it's flat out awesome. If he does go as well to, let's say, a team like Toronto, you can actually do it. You can do a fleece right now. You can either do the signing trade, you know, get some of their free agent people, or you can trade for Kyle Lowry straight up. Now that'd be fascinating if it did happen. The last team I also want to talk about, it's a bold prediction, is probably just making it up as I go now. Maybe even the Clippers. Patrick Beverley. He could probably pull that off. Alright, everyone. Peace. And subscribe again.